The sound of her name on that old envelope changed everything. It was a quiet afternoon in Ashwood, the kind of small town where time seemed to move slower than anywhere else. Dust danced in the sunlight, children's laughter echoed faintly from far away, and the old post office stood alone at the end of Willow Street. Broken windows, torn posters, and silence thick enough to hear your own heart beat. People said the post office was cursed. They said letters there came from the future. Most laughed about it, but Maya, a 17-year-old girl with curious eyes and too many questions, didn't laugh. She believed that sometimes old stories hide a bit of truth. One evening, while exploring the forgotten building with a camera, Maya found something strange, an envelope lying on the dusty floor. It looked fresh, untouched by time, yet covered in dust. Her name was written on it. Maya, if you're reading this, you have exactly 72 hours to stop what's coming. Trust no one. Look beyond what you see. Her heart pounded. She laughed nervously. Who could have written this? She whispered to herself. She ran to her best friend Eli, the one person she always trusted. They'd grown up together. He was the calm one, always smiling, always knowing what to say. Look, she said, handing him the letter. Someone wrote this to me. Eli read it and chuckled softly. It's probably a prank, Maya. Someone trying to scare you. But that night, while Maya lay in bed staring at her ceiling, her phone buzzed. An unknown number flashed on the screen. They're watching. Don't trust Eli. Her breath caught. She sat up frozen. She wanted to believe it was fake, but something deep inside whispered that it wasn't. The next morning, strange things began happening. Every clock in town stopped at 11:11. People moved slowly. Their smiles felt forced. And when Maya looked in the mirror, her reflection blinked a second too late. Then another letter arrived, taped to a window. The paper fluttered in the cold morning air. 48 hours left. Maya's hands trembled as she searched through her late father's old things. He used to work at the Ashwood post office before it closed. Maybe he knew something. In a dusty box beneath old papers and photographs, she found a faded picture, dated 1987, and her heart almost stopped. There was Eli in the photo, looking exactly the same as now. She confronted him that evening, her voice shaking. Eli, who are you? He didn't answer right away. His eyes turned darker, emptier. Finally, he said, You weren't supposed to find the letter, Maya? Not yet, but it's too late now. Fear gripped her. She ran. By the next morning, Ashwood was silent. No lights, no phones, no cars, just stillness. And the old post office, glowing faintly like it was alive. Maya pushed open the heavy door. Inside, everything looked new, bright. Behind the counter stood a man in a grey suit, smiling gently. You made it, he said. This isn't a post office anymore. It's a gateway, a bridge between time. It sends warnings to people who can change the future. People like you. He showed her floating letters, hundreds of them, each glowing softly in the air. Eli, he continued, is a collector. He finds those who become aware and erases them. You were meant to be gone years ago. Maya's mind flashed back to the accident when she was 10, the one everyone said was a miracle she survived. Maybe it wasn't an accident at all. The man handed her one last envelope. Greater than Maya, destroy the post office. It's the only way to stop him. Before she could speak, Eli stepped out of the shadows behind her. They lied to you, he whispered, calm as ever. You destroy this place and you destroy yourself. We're not enemies, Maya. Where the same tears filled her eyes. Who was telling the truth? Her hand shook as she held the small device the man had given her, the key to ending it all. But she remembered the first letter. Trust no one. She closed her eyes and dropped the device. The explosion was silent but bright. The post office folded in on itself like a dream disappearing at dawn. Then everything went still. Weeks later, Ashwood was peaceful again. The post office was gone. Just a pile of bricks and memories. No strange letters, no glowing lights, no more Eli. Maya moved to another city. She tried to forget, to live like a normal girl. She went to school. She laughed again. She even made new friends. But sometimes, when she checks her mailbox and sees an empty space, she feels something deep inside do, a quiet whisper. And once, just once, she found a small piece of paper. No envelope, no stamp, just one line, greater than. You did well, Maya. From tomorrow. She smiled faintly, folded the paper, and kept it in her pocket, because even if she didn't understand it all, she knew one thing for sure. Some messages aren't meant to scare us, they're meant to guide us. And sometimes the most powerful letters come from the future we're brave enough to change. The end. Thanks for watching.